Welcome to the vibrant and enchanting world of jungle parrots, where intelligence meets color in a dazzling display of life. These remarkable birds are more than just nature's entertainers. They are vital players in the delicate balance of their ecosystems. With their bright plumage, sharp minds, and lively calls, parrots captivate anyone lucky enough to encounter them. As we journey into their lush jungle homes, we'll uncover the secrets behind their survival. From their incredible ability to mimic sounds and communicate with their flocks to their ingenious feeding habits, parrots demonstrate a unique blend of creativity and adaptability. They are foragers, problem solvers, and caretakers, showcasing a community spirit that is as fascinating as it is essential to their way of life. But the life of a parrot is not without its challenges. These birds must navigate the dangers of predators, habitat loss, and competition for resources while raising their young in an ever-changing environment. Despite these obstacles, parrots continue to thrive, using their wit, strength, and social bonds to overcome adversity. Beyond their survival skills, parrots play a critical role in maintaining the health of the jungle. As seed dispersers and occasional pollinators, they contribute to the regeneration and diversity of their habitats, ensuring that the forest continues to thrive. Their presence is a testament to the interconnectedness of life in these vibrant ecosystems. Join us as we dive into the lives of these extraordinary creatures. Together, we'll explore their social dynamics, survival strategies, and the vital part they play in the natural world. Through their story, we gain not only a deeper appreciation for these captivating birds, but also a renewed commitment to preserving the incredible environments they call home. The jungle comes alive with a symphony of sounds, and at its heart are the unmistakable voices of parrots. From the echoing calls of majestic macaws gliding through the canopy to the playful chatter of parakeets flitting between the trees, these vibrant birds bring life and energy to their surroundings. Each species has its own unique personality and story, painting a kaleidoscope of diversity across the jungle. Meet the macaws, the giants of the parrot world, with their vivid plumage that mirrors the colors of the forest itself. These graceful flyers are not just beautiful. They are fiercely intelligent, forming strong pair bonds and navigating the jungle with precision and purpose. Their powerful calls resonate across great distances, uniting flocks and warning of danger. Then there are the quirky parakeets, the small yet bold explorers of the forest. Their quick movements and curious natures make them a joy to watch as they forage for food and playfully interact with one another. Though smaller in size, they are just as resourceful, showcasing clever strategies to survive in their challenging environment. Don't forget the Amazon parrots, with their striking greens and flashes of yellow and red. Known for their incredible vocal abilities, they can mimic not only the sounds of the jungle but also human speech. These birds thrive in the dense forest, using their intelligence to find food, avoid predators, and connect with their flock. Each species of jungle parrot brings something unique to the table, yet they all share a common thread, a vibrant connection to their environment. Their voices, whether loud and commanding or soft and playful, serve as a constant reminder of the jungle's beauty and complexity. Together, they create a living tapestry of sound and color, a celebration of life in one of the world's most dynamic ecosystems. In the intricate web of jungle life, parrots play an indispensable role as nature's gardeners, tirelessly working to maintain the delicate balance of their ecosystem. These vibrant birds are more than just eye-catching inhabitants. They are essential to the health and regeneration of the forest. Parrots are prolific seed dispersers, traveling great distances as they forage for food. While feeding on fruits and nuts, they often drop or discard seeds, spreading them far and wide. This natural process helps regenerate forest areas, ensuring that a diverse range of plants takes root and flourishes. Some seeds even require passage through a parrot's digestive system to germinate, a remarkable example of how these birds and the jungle have co-evolved. Their impact doesn't stop there. When parrots feed on flowers for nectar, they inadvertently transfer pollen between plants, acting as accidental pollinators. This process fosters genetic diversity among plant species, helping them adapt to environmental changes and ensuring the forest remains vibrant and resilient. Parrots also contribute to the jungle's nutrient cycle. By breaking into tough nuts and fruits that other animals can't access, they leave behind fragments that feed smaller creatures and enrich the soil. Their ability to crack open hard-shelled fruits demonstrates their specialized beaks and highlights their role as ecological keystones. Additionally, parrots influence the behavior of other animals in the jungle. By flocking to specific feeding sites, they signal the presence of abundant food sources, attracting other species and fostering a dynamic and interconnected community. Without parrots, the jungle would lose one of its most critical caretakers. Their activities ensure the forest's renewal, support countless other species, and create a balanced ecosystem where life thrives in harmony. Protecting these remarkable birds is not just about preserving their beauty. It's about safeguarding the health of the jungle itself. Parrots are masterful forest foragers, navigating the jungle with an acute awareness of its bounty. Their diet is as diverse as the forest itself, reflecting the adaptability and intelligence that define these vibrant birds. From the ripest fruits hanging high in the canopy to the toughest nuts hidden beneath dense foliage, parrots make the most of their environment's offerings. Fruits are a staple of their diet, providing essential nutrients and energy. With their strong, curved beaks, parrots easily tear through thick skins to access the juicy flesh within. Some fruits, like wild figs and mangoes, are a particular favorite, and parrots are often the first to find and feast on these seasonal treats. Seeds and nuts, however, test their foraging prowess. The dense shells of jungle nuts, such as Brazil nuts, require immense strength and precision to crack. Parrots' beaks are perfectly evolved for this task, acting like powerful nutcrackers. This ability not only sustains them, but also aids the forest as uneaten seeds are scattered, eventually growing into new plants. Flowers add another dimension to their diet. By sipping on nectar and nibbling on petals, parrots gain sugar-rich energy while inadvertently assisting in pollination. This connection between feeding and pollination ties parrots to the jungle's reproductive cycle, underscoring their ecological importance. But food is not always abundant in the jungle. During leaner times, parrots showcase their adaptability by turning to less conventional food sources, such as bark, leaves, or even insects. This flexibility ensures their survival even in the face of changing seasons and scarce resources. One of the most intriguing behaviors is their visit to clay licks, natural deposits of mineral-rich clay found along riverbanks. Parrots consume this clay to neutralize toxins in their diet and gain essential nutrients, a behavior that highlights their deep connection to their environment. These vibrant gatherings of parrots at clay licks are a spectacular sight, demonstrating both their social nature and survival instincts. Through their diet and feeding habits, parrots showcase the delicate balance between survival and contribution. They nourish themselves while also enriching the jungle, spreading seeds, pollinating plants, and maintaining an ecosystem that supports countless other species. Their role as foragers is a testament to the interconnectedness of life in the jungle, a dance of survival that sustains the forest's vibrant rhythm. In the heart of the jungle, along riverbanks and cliffs, lies one of nature's most enigmatic spectacles, the clay lick. Here, flocks of parrots gather in vibrant, noisy assemblies, their colorful plumage standing out against the earthy tones of the clay. But these gatherings are more than just social events. They reveal a fascinating survival strategy that has puzzled and intrigued scientists for years. The behavior begins early in the morning, as parrots from various species descend upon the clay-rich banks. From majestic macaws to energetic parakeets, they scrape at the earth, consuming the mineral-rich clay with deliberate intent. At first glance, it seems odd. Why would birds that feast on fruits, seeds, and nectar turn to soil as part of their diet? The answer lies in the chemistry of their food. Many of the fruits and seeds parrots consume contain naturally occurring toxins, a defense mechanism of plants to deter predators. While parrots' digestive systems are highly adaptable, even they need help neutralizing these harmful compounds. This is where the clay comes in. Rich in minerals like sodium, magnesium, and potassium, The clay acts as a natural detoxifier. Its fine particles bind to toxins in the parrot's digestive tract, rendering them harmless and allowing the birds to safely consume an even wider range of foods. The clay also replenishes essential nutrients, boosting their health and resilience in the demanding jungle environment. Beyond its practical benefits, the clay lick is a social hub. Parrots of different species mingle, communicating through calls and gestures, reinforcing bonds and learning from each other. These gatherings also provide a rare glimpse into the dynamics of parrot communities, from the playful antics of young birds to the careful vigilance of older, more experienced members watching for predators. For scientists and bird enthusiasts, clay licks offer a window into the intricate relationship between parrots and their environment. They are a testament to the resourcefulness of these intelligent birds, showcasing how they have evolved to overcome the challenges of their complex habitats. The clay lick remains one of the jungle's great mysteries, both a survival mechanism and a social spectacle. It reminds us of the hidden intricacies of the natural world and the incredible adaptability of parrots, who continue to thrive in an environment as beautiful as it is unpredictable. Parrots are nature's craftsmen, equipped with some of the most versatile tools in the animal kingdom: their powerful beaks and dexterous feet. These adaptations not only define their appearance, but also play a crucial role in their survival, allowing them to access a wide range of tough and challenging food sources in the jungle. The parrot's beak is a masterpiece of design. Strong, sharp, and curved, it is perfectly suited for cracking open even the hardest nuts and seeds. Parrots apply incredible force with their beaks, prying apart thick shells to reach the nutrient-rich kernels inside. For species like macaws, their beaks are so robust that they can break into Brazil nuts, one of the jungle's toughest offerings, a task that few other animals can accomplish. But the beak isn't just about strength. It's a tool of precision. Parrots use their beaks to peel fruits, strip bark, and extract seeds with remarkable accuracy. Whether delicately removing the flesh of a mango or picking tiny seeds from a fruit, their control is extraordinary. This precision ensures they waste nothing and can make the most of each food source they encounter. Their feet, too, are uniquely adapted to their foraging lifestyle. Unlike most birds, parrots have zygodactyl feet, with 2 toes pointing forward and 2 pointing backward. This arrangement gives them exceptional grip and dexterity, allowing them to grasp objects, climb trees, and manipulate food with ease. They often use one foot to hold a nut or fruit while their beak does the heavy lifting, a behavior that highlights their advanced motor skills and problem-solving abilities. Together, their beaks and feet work in perfect harmony, turning challenging meals into accessible feasts. This combination also enables parrots to explore a wide variety of foods, from sturdy nuts and seeds to soft fruits and even flowers. Their adaptability ensures they can thrive in diverse environments and during times when food is scarce. These tools are not just about feeding. They're also used in social and defensive contexts. Beaks are employed in grooming rituals, reinforcing bonds between mates and flock members. They can also act as formidable weapons, protecting parrots from predators or competitors. The interplay of strength, precision, and versatility in their beaks and feet showcases the ingenuity of parrots. These tools have allowed them to carve out a unique role in the jungle, not just as survivors, but as key contributors to the ecosystem. Through their resourcefulness, parrots remind us of the extraordinary ways nature equips its creatures to thrive in the most dynamic environments. In the bustling world of jungle parrots, survival is not a solo endeavor. It's a collective effort built on teamwork and strong social bonds. Parrots thrive in tightly knit flocks, where each member plays a role in maintaining the group's cohesion and safety. This communal way of life is essential in the dense and often perilous jungle environment, where danger can emerge from the canopy above or the forest floor below. A parrot flock is a dynamic, ever-changing structure, often composed of family units, long-term mates, and close allies. These groups can range from small, intimate gatherings to massive flocks of hundreds, depending on the species and the season. Regardless of size, the flock operates as a well-organized team, with constant communication keeping every bird connected. Calls and vocalizations are the lifeblood of flock life. Each parrot has its own unique voice, allowing individuals to recognize one another even amidst the cacophony of the jungle. These calls serve various purposes: warning of predators, signaling food discoveries, or simply maintaining contact during flight. This constant chatter ensures that no member of the flock is left behind or exposed to danger. Teamwork is most evident during foraging. While some members of the flock scour the treetops for fruits, seeds, and flowers, others stand watch, scanning for threats like eagles or snakes. This division of labor allows the flock to maximize efficiency and minimize risk. When danger arises, the alarm call of a single bird can save the entire group, highlighting the importance of trust and cooperation. Social bonds within flocks go beyond survival. Parrots are deeply affectionate creatures, often engaging in allopreening, grooming each other's feathers to strengthen relationships and reduce stress. These acts of care are especially visible between mates, who form lifelong partnerships built on mutual trust and support. Flock life also plays a critical role in raising the next generation. Older and more experienced parrots often act as mentors to younger birds, teaching them essential skills like finding food, avoiding predators, and navigating the vast jungle. This transfer of knowledge ensures that the flock's collective wisdom grows with each generation. However, life in a flock isn't without its challenges. Competition for resources can sometimes lead to squabbles, and maintaining harmony requires constant negotiation and communication. Yet, these challenges are a small price to pay for the benefits of community living, which far outweigh the risks of going it alone. Through their intricate social structures and unwavering teamwork, parrots demonstrate the power of living together. Their flocks are not just survival mechanisms. They are vibrant, cooperative communities that showcase the profound intelligence and emotional depth of these extraordinary birds. Parrots are master communicators, using a rich tapestry of sounds, movements, and mimicry to connect with each other and navigate the complexities of jungle life. Their communication skills are not only a reflection of their intelligence, but also a vital tool for survival, social bonding, and the maintenance of their intricate flock dynamics. At the heart of parrot communication are their calls, which are as varied as the parrots themselves. Each species has a unique set of vocalizations, ranging from melodic chirps to raucous squawks, and individual parrots often develop distinct voices that allow them to be recognized within their flock. These calls convey a wide range of messages, from warning of predators to signaling the discovery of food. Some calls are even specific to certain relationships, strengthening the bond between mates, parents, and offspring. Beyond vocalizations, parrots employ body language to express themselves. Subtle head tilts, wing flutters, and tail feather displays all carry meaning, whether it's an invitation to play, a show of affection, or a warning to keep a respectful distance. During courtship, parrots engage in elaborate dances, combining rhythmic movements, vocalizations, and mutual preening to strengthen their pair bonds. These rituals are not only mesmerizing, but also a testament to the depth of their emotional connections. Mimicry adds another layer to their communication toolkit. By imitating the sounds around them, parrots can forge bonds with flock members and even other species. This skill is especially evident in parrots that live near human settlements, where they mimic human speech, whistles, or even the sounds of machines to communicate with people or entertain themselves. In the wild, mimicry may serve as a way to integrate into mixed-species flocks or confuse predators by imitating the calls of more dangerous animals. Parrots also use their remarkable communication skills to teach and learn. Parents and older flock members pass on essential survival knowledge, such as which foods are safe to eat and how to identify predators, through a combination of calls, gestures, and demonstrations. This learning process ensures that each generation is better equipped to thrive in the challenging jungle environment. Their ability to communicate so effectively is not just a survival strategy, it's a reflection of their social nature. Parrots form lifelong bonds with their mates and build complex relationships within their flocks, relying on communication to maintain trust and harmony. Through their calls, dances, and mimicry, they create a world rich with connection and cooperation, where every sound and movement carries purpose and meaning. In the dense jungle, where visibility is limited and danger is never far away, parrots' sophisticated communication skills are their lifeline. They turn the chaotic symphony of the forest into a language of their own, one that binds them together and allows them to thrive in one of nature's most demanding environments. In the heart of the jungle, raising young parrots is not just the responsibility of the parents. It's a collective effort that often involves the entire flock. These extended family structures are a testament to the deeply social and cooperative nature of parrots, where every member plays a part in ensuring the survival and well-being of the next generation. It all begins with the nesting period, when parrot parents seek out secure and hidden locations to lay their eggs, often in tree cavities or rock crevices. While the female typically incubates the eggs, the male plays a crucial role in providing food and guarding the nest. This division of labor allows the pair to focus on protecting their vulnerable offspring from predators and harsh environmental conditions. But the support doesn't end there. In many parrot species, older siblings, extended relatives, or even unrelated flock members act as helpers. These helpers contribute by bringing food to the nest, keeping watch for predators, and assisting in caring for the hatchlings. This cooperative breeding behavior strengthens bonds within the flock and increases the chances of survival for the young parrots. Once the chicks hatch, they are completely dependent on their parents and the flock for nourishment and protection. Parrots feed their young with a special regurgitated mix of partially digested food, ensuring the chicks receive all the nutrients they need to grow strong. The constant care and feeding require tremendous energy and coordination, making the involvement of additional flock members invaluable. As the chicks grow, the role of the flock becomes even more apparent. Older parrots often act as mentors, teaching the fledglings essential skills such as flying, foraging, and recognizing dangers. These lessons are not rushed. Parrots are slow to mature, and their extended learning period allows them to fully develop the skills and knowledge they need to navigate the jungle's challenges. The flock also serves as a protective shield. Young parrots, still learning the ways of the jungle, benefit from the vigilance of their extended family. With more eyes watching for predators and more voices ready to sound the alarm, the fledglings have a greater chance of surviving the critical early stages of life. These extended family dynamics also provide emotional support for the young. Parrots are highly social creatures, and the constant interaction with their family and flock helps them develop the confidence and social skills they will need as adults. By working together to nurture and protect their young, parrots create a community where the success of one is tied to the success of all. This collective effort not only ensures the survival of the chicks, but also strengthens the bonds that hold the flock together. In the jungle's often unforgiving environment, the unity of extended parrot families is a powerful reminder of the strength found in cooperation and care. In the vibrant world of jungle parrots, the search for a mate is nothing short of a spectacular show. High in the canopy, where sunlight filters through the leaves, parrots engage in colorful courtship rituals that combine visual displays, melodic vocalizations, and intricate dances. These behaviors not only demonstrate the bird's fitness as potential partners, but also serve as a foundation for lifelong bonds. Mating season in the jungle is a time of heightened energy and activity. Male parrots, in particular, put on dazzling performances to catch the attention of potential mates. They fluff their brilliantly colored feathers, spreading their wings and tails to display their most vivid hues. For species like macaws and lorikeets, these displays are a kaleidoscope of reds, blues, greens, and yellows, each shade highlighting the health and vitality of the bird. But it's not just about looks. Vocalizations play an equally important role in courtship. Male parrots sing complex songs or mimic sounds from their environment to showcase their intelligence and adaptability. The richer and more varied their vocal repertoire, the more likely they are to attract a mate. These calls also serve to establish trust and compatibility, as the pair begins to harmonize and respond to each other's sounds. Dance is the final flourish in this avian courtship. Males often perform rhythmic movements, bobbing, hopping, and swaying to impress their chosen partner. Some parrots even present gifts, such as food or small objects, as tokens of their affection. If the female accepts the offering, it signals her willingness to form a bond, and the pair begins their journey as mates. Once bonded, most parrot pairs stay together for life, their relationship marked by mutual care and cooperation. The courtship displays continue even after mating, reinforcing their bond and ensuring their partnership remains strong through the challenges of nesting and raising chicks. After the courtship rituals come the practicalities of raising a family. The pair works together to find a safe nesting site, often in tree cavities or cliff faces. The female lays a clutch of eggs, usually 2 to 4, and takes on the primary responsibility of incubating them. During this time, the male tirelessly gathers food, protecting the nest and his mate from potential threats. When the eggs hatch, the parents' teamwork becomes even more critical. The chicks are completely helpless, relying on their parents for warmth, nourishment, and protection. Both parents take turns feeding their young with regurgitated food, ensuring that the chicks grow strong and healthy. The dedication of parrot pairs to their offspring and to each other is remarkable. From the colorful displays of courtship to the shared effort of raising their young, their journey through love and parenthood is a testament to the strength of their bond. In the canopy, where life can be as perilous as it is beautiful, the enduring partnerships of parrots stand as a symbol of cooperation, commitment, and care. High above the jungle floor, nestled within the safety of tree hollows, rock crevices, or dense foliage, parrots create their homes with one primary goal: to ensure the survival of their offspring. Nesting is a critical part of the parrot's life cycle, and their choices and strategies reflect a careful balance between opportunity and caution in a world filled with potential threats. Choosing the right nesting site is a meticulous process. Parrots prefer locations that offer both security and proximity to food sources. Many species, like macaws and cockatoos, seek out hollowed tree trunks, where thick bark provides a natural fortress against predators and harsh weather. Other parrots, such as monk parakeets, construct elaborate communal nests out of twigs, resembling intricate apartment complexes that house multiple families. The location of the nest is equally important. Parrots often select sites high in the canopy, far from the reach of ground-based predators like snakes and mammals. For some species, cliffs or steep riverbanks offer additional protection, making access difficult for potential intruders. By situating their nests in such inaccessible places, parrots ensure that their eggs and chicks have a greater chance of survival. Once the site is chosen, the work of preparing the nest begins. Parrots may use their strong beaks to clear debris or expand cavities, tailoring the space to their needs. Some species line their nests with soft materials such as leaves, feathers, or wood shavings, creating a comfortable and insulated environment for their eggs. These preparations demonstrate the parrot's instinctive attention to detail and care for its young. Protecting the nest from predators is an ongoing effort. Both parents take turns guarding the site, keeping a watchful eye on their surroundings. When danger approaches, parrots rely on their loud, piercing calls to alert the flock and scare off intruders. Some parrots, like the brightly colored macaws, may use their striking appearance to distract or intimidate predators, drawing attention away from the nest. In addition to active defense, parrots employ clever strategies to keep their nests hidden. Camouflage plays a significant role, as the natural colors of the nest site blend seamlessly with the surrounding foliage. Some parrots, like the green-rumped parrotlets, choose inconspicuous locations and remain silent near the nest to avoid detection. The eggs themselves are fragile treasures, and both parents play a role in their care. The female usually incubates the eggs, keeping them warm with her body, while the male ensures she is well fed and the nest is guarded. This teamwork allows the pair to remain vigilant and attentive throughout the incubation period, which can last several weeks. Nesting behavior is a testament to the resourcefulness and dedication of parrots. From selecting the perfect site to tirelessly guarding their eggs, these birds demonstrate an extraordinary commitment to the next generation. In the jungle's ever-changing environment, Their nesting strategies are a vital link in the chain of life, ensuring that the vibrant songs of parrots will continue to echo through the canopy for generations to come. The story of parrot parenting is one of remarkable dedication and teamwork, where both mother and father play equally vital roles in ensuring their chicks not only survive, but thrive in the challenging jungle environment. Parrots are among nature's most devoted parents, investing significant time and energy into raising their young. Once the eggs hatch, the fragile chicks emerge into the world, completely dependent on their parents. Born featherless and blind, they rely on their parents for warmth, nourishment, and protection. The first few weeks are crucial, and both parents work tirelessly to meet the demands of their growing brood. Feeding is a full-time responsibility. Parrot parents regurgitate a carefully prepared mix of seeds, fruits, and other nutritious food to feed their chicks. This regurgitated meal is rich in nutrients, providing the young with the sustenance they need to grow quickly. Each feeding is a delicate act, with the parents ensuring that every chick gets its fair share. As the chicks grow stronger and begin to open their eyes, the teaching phase begins. Parrot parents don't just feed their young. They educate them in the ways of the jungle. Through observation and imitation, the chicks learn essential skills like identifying edible foods, avoiding poisonous plants, and recognizing the calls of predators. Flight is one of the most critical lessons, and parents take an active role in encouraging their fledglings to spread their wings. They demonstrate takeoffs and landings, coaxing the young birds to leave the safety of the nest. It's a nerve-wracking but necessary step, as flight is the key to escaping predators and exploring the vast jungle for resources. Beyond practical skills, parrot parents also teach their chicks the language of the flock. Through vocalization and mimicry, the young parrots learn the calls that will help them communicate with their family and alert them to dangers in the future. This social education is crucial, as parrots rely heavily on flock dynamics for survival and companionship. The parents' dedication doesn't waver, even as the chicks grow more independent. They remain vigilant, watching over their fledglings and stepping in when necessary to protect them from predators or guide them away from danger. This period of close supervision lasts for weeks or even months, depending on the species, until the young parrots are fully capable of living on their own. In every step of the process, from the moment the eggs are laid to the day the chicks take their first solo flight, parrot parents demonstrate unparalleled commitment. Their care and teaching lay the foundation for their offspring's future, equipping them with the skills and confidence they need to navigate the jungle's challenges. The dedication of parrot parents is more than a survival strategy. It's a story of connection, resilience, and the instinct to nurture life. Through their tireless efforts, they ensure that the legacy of their species continues, filling the canopy with the vibrant colors and sounds of the next generation. High above the forest floor, where sunlight filters through a tangle of branches and leaves, parrots reign as masters of the air. Their powerful wings are not just tools for flight. They are finely tuned instruments of survival that allow these birds to navigate the dense and often perilous jungle environment with unmatched agility and precision. The flight of a parrot is a spectacle of both power and grace. With broad, muscular wings, these birds can achieve impressive speed and maneuverability, darting through narrow gaps in the foliage or soaring over vast canopies. This combination of strength and control enables them to access food sources, escape predators, and travel between nesting and foraging sites with ease. Parrots are built for endurance as much as speed. Their wings allow them to cover great distances in search of food or safer nesting grounds, an essential skill in an environment where resources can be scattered and competition is fierce. Some species, like macaws, are known to travel dozens of miles each day, their vibrant feathers a blur of color against the emerald jungle backdrop. What truly sets parrots apart as flying masters is their ability to adapt their flight patterns to suit their environment. In the dense underbrush, where the slightest misstep can lead to injury, parrots rely on short, quick bursts of flight. This agility helps them weave through obstacles and evade ground-based predators like snakes or wildcats. Higher up in the canopy, they shift to gliding and soaring, conserving energy as they survey their surroundings for food or potential threats. Their flight skills are closely linked to their keen senses. Parrots have exceptional vision, allowing them to judge distances and spot dangers with remarkable accuracy. Their ability to perceive ultraviolet light enhances their navigation, helping them identify ripe fruits, flowering plants, or even the reflective feathers of other parrots. The shape of a parrot's wings also plays a critical role in its adaptability. Many species have rounded wings that provide greater lift and control in tight spaces, making them perfectly suited for the crowded jungles they inhabit. Their tails act like rudders, enabling them to make sharp turns and sudden stops, essential for avoiding collisions and predators. But flying isn't just about escaping threats. It's also a way to display strength and attract mates. During courtship, parrots often perform elaborate aerial displays, showcasing their prowess and stamina. These flights are as much a part of their social lives as they are a survival tool. In addition to their physical adaptations, parrots exhibit remarkable intelligence in how they use their flight skills. They remember safe travel routes, identify the best times of day to forage, and even collaborate with their flock to create flight patterns that reduce the risk of ambushes. For parrots, flying is more than a means of getting from one place to another. It's a lifeline, a defense mechanism, and a way to thrive in the vibrant chaos of the jungle. Their mastery of the skies is a testament to their resilience and adaptability, ensuring that their colorful presence continues to brighten the world's forests. Parrots are undeniably masters of flight, and their powerful wings are key to navigating the dense, complex jungle. With their strong, broad wings, these birds can quickly ascend to the canopy, darting between branches, gliding through the air, and expertly avoiding obstacles like thick vines and towering trees. This skill is essential for their survival, as the jungle offers both abundant resources and constant threats. In the dense foliage, parrots rely on short bursts of rapid flight to dodge predators and competitors. Their agile movements allow them to dart in and out of trees, making quick, sharp turns and using their tail feathers like rudders to maintain control. Their remarkable vision plays a pivotal role in this agility, allowing them to spot danger from afar or identify safe routes through the canopy. The forest's layered structure, with its dense undergrowth and high canopy, requires a high degree of adaptability. Parrots take advantage of the varying air currents within the jungle. Using thermal updrafts, they can glide effortlessly over vast distances, conserving energy during long foraging trips or migrations. This ability to glide is complemented by their swift takeoffs and ability to hover briefly, allowing them to access food or flee from danger. Furthermore, parrots are social flyers. Within their flocks, they synchronize their flight patterns, creating a united front against predators. This coordinated movement is not only a survival tactic, but also a display of the parrot's complex social bonds. Flying together, parrots are able to navigate the jungle with greater safety and efficiency. In every aspect of their flight, from rapid bursts of speed to graceful glides, parrots have adapted their wings and flight patterns to master the jungle's skies, ensuring their survival in this challenging and ever-changing environment. In the jungle, where predators lurk at every turn, parrots have developed an array of defensive strategies to protect themselves and their young. These vibrant, colorful birds may seem like easy targets in the vast green sea of the jungle, but their survival relies on an impressive combination of camouflage, clever flight maneuvers, and coordinated group behavior. One of the parrot's most effective defenses is its ability to blend into the environment. While their bright plumage is often associated with attracting mates, it also serves as a form of camouflage in the right surroundings. For parrots that live among dense foliage, their green, yellow, or even reddish feathers can be difficult to spot against the backdrop of leaves and branches. When perched quietly, parrots instinctively stay still and silent, becoming almost invisible to predators that rely on movement to detect prey. In addition to camouflage, parrots use their powerful vocalizations as a defensive tool. Alarm calls are an essential part of their survival strategy, serving as early warning systems that alert the entire flock to danger. These calls are often loud, sharp, and unmistakable, carrying through the dense undergrowth to warn other parrots of predators like hawks, eagles, or snakes. When a single parrot spots a predator, it emits a high-pitched call that triggers a rapid, synchronized response from the rest of the flock. In this way, the entire group is alerted, allowing them to fly away swiftly and scatter in different directions, confusing the predator. Parrots also use their agility to evade predators. When danger strikes, parrots can take off in a flash, darting through the trees at breakneck speeds and using the canopy to their advantage. Their ability to make sharp turns and sudden dives helps them escape predators that rely on pursuit. In the dense jungle, where the terrain is filled with obstacles, this quick and erratic flight style makes it difficult for many predators to track or catch them. Another defense mechanism is their communal nature. Many species of parrots live in large, tightly knit flocks, which provide safety in numbers. In addition to the alarm calls, the collective presence of many parrots creates confusion for predators. The flock's ability to fly in unison and scatter in different directions makes it hard for a predator to single out any one bird. Even if a predator does manage to catch a parrot, the rest of the flock will often continue to call loudly, signaling to others and keeping the predator distracted. Some parrots also employ a more subtle defense, deceptive behavior. For instance, when approached by a predator, certain species will try to confuse their attacker by feigning injury or pretending to be dead. This behavior, known as playing possum, can give a parrot the precious moments it needs to escape danger. Additionally, some parrots will mimic the calls of predators or other animals in the environment, tricking would-be attackers into thinking they are facing a larger threat. These defense tactics, from camouflage and alarm calls to clever flight maneuvers and deceptive behaviors, highlight the remarkable adaptability of parrots in their constant struggle to stay one step ahead of danger. With their combination of social intelligence, physical agility, and environmental awareness, parrots have developed a sophisticated array of strategies to survive in the jungle's perilous ecosystem. Parrots are not only masters of flight and communication, but their intelligence is a cornerstone of their survival in the jungle's ever-changing environment. With their sharp minds and remarkable problem-solving abilities, parrots consistently demonstrate an adaptability that allows them to thrive in one of the most complex ecosystems on Earth. One of the most fascinating aspects of parrot intelligence is their ability to use tools. While tool use was once thought to be limited to humans and a few other species, parrots have shown that they too can innovate when faced with challenges. Some species, like the gray parrot, have been observed using sticks, leaves, and even twigs to extract food from hard-to-reach places. In the wild, parrots will use these tools to pry open nuts, crack seeds, or access food inside tree trunks. This skill is not instinctive, but learned, showcasing their capacity for problem-solving and their ability to understand cause and effect. In addition to their physical tool use, parrots exhibit impressive cognitive skills when it comes to navigating their environment. They are adept at figuring out how to access food sources, often overcoming obstacles in creative ways. A group of parrots might observe a particular feeding method, learn from each other, and then work together to achieve their goal. For example, a flock of parrots might discover that by working as a group to open a particularly tough fruit, they can share the reward. This cooperative behavior is an example of their advanced social intelligence, as well as their ability to adapt quickly to their surroundings. Problem-solving extends to their ability to adapt to changes in their environment. Parrots can recognize when a food source has become scarce, and they are quick to adjust their foraging strategies. If a familiar tree has stopped bearing fruit or a feeding ground is no longer safe, parrots will search for new sources, often relying on their memory and experience to guide them. This flexibility is vital in the unpredictable world of the jungle, where food availability and other environmental factors can change rapidly. In the case of nesting, parrots show a similar level of adaptability. Some species, like the scarlet macaw, are known to choose nest sites in the hollows of trees or cliffs that offer maximum protection from predators. They are also capable of modifying their surroundings, using their strong beaks to create nesting spaces that suit their needs. In certain cases, they will even take over abandoned nests, adapting them to their own purposes, further proving their ability to solve problems and adjust to changing circumstances. Parrots also display a high level of social intelligence when it comes to interactions within the flock. Their complex communication system, which includes a mix of vocalizations and body language, helps them solve problems as a group. Whether it's finding a new food source or defending against a predator, parrots often rely on their ability to collaborate and share knowledge with others. This collective intelligence is one of the reasons they are so successful in their environment. Perhaps one of the most remarkable displays of parrot intelligence occurs during their interactions with humans. In captivity, many parrots have learned to mimic human speech, often using words to solve problems or get what they need. In the wild, this ability to mimic the calls of other animals, or even the sounds of human activity, can be used to their advantage, either to confuse predators or to signal other members of their flock. Whether it's using tools, solving puzzles, adapting to changing environments, or working together in their social groups, parrots continuously demonstrate their remarkable intelligence. These highly adaptable birds rely on their cognitive abilities not just to survive, but to thrive in the complex and dynamic world of the jungle. Their intelligence is an essential part of what makes them such captivating and successful inhabitants of this vibrant ecosystem. Parrots play a crucial role in maintaining the health and balance of the jungle ecosystem, particularly through their role in seed dispersal. As vibrant, active creatures that move throughout the jungle, parrots unwittingly become vital agents of forest regeneration, contributing to the growth and spread of countless plant species. Through their feeding habits, they carry seeds across vast distances, promoting biodiversity and ensuring that the jungle remains a thriving, dynamic environment. When parrots feast on fruits, nuts, and seeds, they often pick off the juiciest or most nutritious parts, leaving the seeds behind in their droppings. Some species, like macaws, are known for cracking open hard-shell fruits to access the seeds inside, and these seeds often pass through their digestive systems unharmed. In this way, parrots transport seeds far from their original locations, sometimes to areas that are unreachable by the plants themselves, creating new opportunities for these species to take root and thrive in different parts of the forest. This process of seed dispersal is incredibly beneficial for the jungle's ecosystem. First, it allows for the spread of plant species that may not otherwise be able to reach other areas of the forest. Without parrots, these plants would be confined to a narrow range, limiting their genetic diversity and survival. By transporting seeds over long distances, parrots help increase genetic variation, which is essential for the resilience of the forest as a whole. Parrots also help to regenerate areas of the jungle that may have suffered from natural disturbances, such as wildfires, storms, or fallen trees. When a part of the forest is cleared, whether by natural events or human activity, parrots can quickly spread seeds to these cleared areas, promoting the regrowth of plants and restoring the damaged ecosystem. In this way, parrots act as natural forest engineers, helping to speed up the recovery process and ensure that the forest remains vibrant and alive. In addition to their role as seed dispersers, parrots are often involved in pollination as well. As they feed on nectar and fruit, they unknowingly transfer pollen from one flower to another, facilitating the reproduction of many plant species. This pollination is crucial for the production of fruits, seeds, and new plants, further solidifying parrots' role in maintaining the biodiversity of the jungle. By helping to maintain the genetic diversity of plant life and encouraging forest regeneration, parrots ensure that the jungle remains a complex, thriving ecosystem. Their feeding habits, though seemingly simple, are critical to the ongoing health of the forest. As they travel through the jungle, parrots act as living seeds of change, sowing the future of the forest one flight at a time. In essence, parrots are not just residents of the jungle, they are essential architects of its survival. Their work as seed dispersers keeps the forest growing, evolving, and thriving, supporting an array of species that depend on a healthy, diverse environment. Without parrots, the jungle's intricate balance would falter, highlighting just how deeply connected these remarkable birds are to the natural world around them. Parrots are not only celebrated for their brilliant colors and dynamic personalities, but they also play an essential, yet often overlooked, role in the pollination process within the jungle. While many people associate pollination with bees or butterflies, parrots are equally vital pollinators in the jungle, particularly in tropical regions where flowering plants rely on a variety of animals to spread pollen. As parrots feed on nectar from blossoms, they inadvertently transfer pollen from one flower to another, ensuring the reproduction of many plant species and supporting the biodiversity of the jungle. Parrots, particularly species like the scarlet macaw and the violet-crowned parrot, have specialized beaks that make them excellent tools for nectar feeding. Their strong, curved beaks are perfectly designed to access the sweet nectar of flowers while avoiding damage to the plant itself. As parrots feed, their faces and feathers brush against the pollen-rich anthers of flowers, picking up pollen in the process. When they move from flower to flower, they carry this pollen with them, depositing it onto the pistils of other blossoms, thus enabling fertilization. In addition to helping pollinate flowers, parrots contribute to the survival of a wide range of plant species, some of which rely exclusively on birds for pollination. These plants have evolved to produce bright, eye-catching flowers to attract parrots, which in turn are rewarded with nectar. The unique relationship between parrots and these plants highlights the importance of each species to the other's survival. For instance, the brilliant red flowers of certain tropical trees are often specifically adapted to attract macaws and other parrot species, as they are one of the few animals capable of accessing these flowers' nectar with their specialized beaks. Parrots' role as pollinators is especially significant in the dense and diverse ecosystems of tropical rainforests, where plant and animal species rely on one another for survival. By moving between plants, parrots facilitate genetic diversity in flowering species, ensuring that these plants continue to thrive and reproduce. This process of cross-pollination also promotes the health and resilience of the jungle's plant life, which in turn supports a variety of other creatures that depend on these plants for food and shelter. Moreover, parrots also play a role in pollinating fruit-bearing trees, such as those that produce the fruits they feed on. In doing so, they ensure the continued availability of food sources, not just for themselves but for countless other animals in the jungle. By pollinating trees and plants, parrots help to maintain the food web that sustains the entire ecosystem. This act of pollination also has a cascading effect on the environment, benefiting other species of animals, insects, and plants. As parrots assist in the reproduction of flowering plants, they help to create a stable environment for other species to thrive. This mutually beneficial relationship between parrots and the plants they pollinate is a testament to the interconnectedness of life in the jungle. In a world where pollinators are increasingly threatened, parrots serve as a reminder of the critical role animals play in maintaining the balance of ecosystems. Their vibrant presence in the jungle is not only a symbol of the forest's beauty, but also a key factor in its health and vitality. By feeding on nectar and facilitating pollination, parrots contribute to the flourishing of the jungle, ensuring that its rich biodiversity continues to thrive for generations to come. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, go ahead and do so now. Give us a thumbs up and turn on the notification bell so as not to miss our subsequent education and informative videos. Thank you. Parrots, with their vibrant plumage and dynamic behaviors, are much more than captivating jungle residents. They are living indicators of the health of their environment. These charismatic birds, often referred to as forest guardians, play a vital role in maintaining the ecological balance of their habitats. At the same time, their well-being serves as a barometer for the health of the jungle as a whole. When parrots thrive, it is a sign that the forest ecosystem is robust and functioning effectively. Conversely, a decline in parrot populations can indicate deeper environmental issues that may threaten the entire jungle. The health of parrots is intrinsically tied to the availability of food, nesting sites, and safe spaces within their habitat. Parrots rely on a diverse array of fruits, seeds, nuts, and flowers for sustenance. A lush, biodiverse forest provides a variety they need to meet their dietary requirements. When deforestation or habitat destruction occurs, the availability of these resources diminishes, directly impacting parrot populations. Observing changes in the distribution or abundance of parrots can provide early warnings about the degradation of forest ecosystems. Parrots are also highly selective about their nesting sites, often choosing tree hollows, cliff faces, or other specific locations that offer safety from predators. The presence of healthy, mature trees is critical for their nesting needs. A decline in suitable nesting sites due to logging or land clearing not only affects parrots, but also signals a loss of biodiversity, as many other species depend on the same trees for shelter and reproduction. In addition to their dependence on the forest, parrots contribute significantly to its health through their ecological roles, such as seed dispersal and pollination. Their ability to spread seeds across the forest helps maintain plant diversity and supports the growth of new vegetation. When parrot populations decline, the jungle loses these natural gardeners, leading to a cascade of effects that can alter the structure and composition of the forest over time. The relationship between parrots and their habitat is a two-way street. A healthy jungle supports thriving parrot populations, while healthy parrot populations contribute to the stability and regeneration of the jungle. This interdependence makes parrots a key species in conservation efforts. Protecting parrots and their habitats ensures the preservation of countless other species that share the same ecosystem. Furthermore, the health of parrots reflects broader environmental conditions, such as the availability of clean water and the absence of pollutants. Parrots are particularly vulnerable to toxins in their food and water sources, which can accumulate as a result of pesticide use, mining, or industrial activities. Monitoring the health of parrot populations can provide valuable insights into the impact of human activities on the jungle environment. The decline or disappearance of parrots from a region often acts as an alarm bell for conservationists. It signals that urgent action is needed to address the underlying causes, whether they are habitat loss, climate change, or illegal wildlife trade. By prioritizing the protection of parrots and their habitats, we can safeguard the intricate web of life that depends on the jungle's health. Parrots' role as forest guardians goes beyond their ecological contributions. They inspire action and awareness. Their intelligence, beauty, and charismatic nature capture the imagination of people worldwide, serving as ambassadors for the conservation of tropical forests. Efforts to protect parrots often lead to broader initiatives to preserve the ecosystems they inhabit, benefiting countless other species in the process. In the end, the health of parrots is a reflection of the jungle's vitality. When we protect and nurture the forests that sustain parrots, we are also protecting an irreplaceable natural legacy, one that supports life on a scale far greater than these colorful birds. By ensuring that parrots continue to thrive, we are, in essence, preserving the heart and soul of the jungle itself. Life in the jungle is a constant battle for survival, and parrots, despite their intelligence and agility, must navigate a landscape filled with predators. From the shadows of the forest floor to the treetops, danger lurks in many forms, testing the parrot's instincts, adaptability, and communal strategies. Among their most formidable adversaries are snakes, raptors, and other predatory animals, all of which view parrots as a potential meal. The parrot's ability to evade these threats not only showcases their resilience, but also underscores their importance in the delicate balance of the jungle ecosystem. Snakes, with their stealth and patience, pose a significant threat to parrots, particularly during nesting season. Tree-dwelling serpents, such as boa constrictors, often target parrot nests, aiming to prey on eggs or vulnerable chicks. To counteract this danger, parrots choose nesting sites with care, often in tree hollows that are difficult for predators to access. Some species even nest in cliff faces or other challenging terrains to minimize risk. When a snake is detected, parrots rely on their sharp eyesight and communal vigilance, raising alarm calls that mobilize the flock. These loud, piercing warnings not only alert nearby parrots, but may also deter the predator by drawing unwanted attention to its presence. Raptors, such as hawks and eagles, are aerial hunters that pose a constant threat to parrots as they forage or travel between feeding grounds. These birds of prey use speed and stealth to ambush their quarry, making open spaces particularly dangerous for parrots. To combat this, parrots often move in flocks, a strategy that increases their chances of spotting an approaching raptor and makes it harder for a predator to single out an individual target. Their strong, rapid flight and maneuverability allow them to dart through dense foliage, escaping to the safety of the canopy where larger predators struggle to follow. In addition to these natural predators, some mammals, like monkeys, may raid parrot nests in search of eggs or chicks. These opportunistic threats are met with fierce resistance from adult parrots, which defend their nests with powerful beaks and loud, aggressive displays. The parrot's ability to work as a unit becomes critical in these moments, as collective defense often proves more effective than solitary action. Despite their many strategies for evading predators, parrots also face significant threats from humans, which have increasingly disrupted their natural defenses. Habitat destruction, logging, and agricultural expansion have reduced the availability of safe nesting sites and dense canopies where parrots can hide from predators. The illegal pet trade adds another layer of danger, as poachers often target nesting sites to capture young parrots, further depleting wild populations. Conservation efforts have become essential to ensuring that parrots can continue to navigate these challenges. Protecting their habitats and establishing conservation zones allow parrots to maintain the resources they need to evade predators and thrive. Community education programs that highlight the ecological importance of parrots encourage coexistence and reduce human-driven threats. Additionally, initiatives to monitor and protect nesting sites have proven effective in safeguarding vulnerable chicks from both natural and human predators. Parrot survival strategies in the face of predators are a testament to their adaptability and resourcefulness. By observing how they confront these challenges, we gain a deeper appreciation for their role as resilient inhabitants of the jungle. However, their ability to withstand these threats depends heavily on the health of their environment and the actions we take to protect it. If we continue to support conservation efforts, we ensure that parrots can keep their place in the intricate web of jungle life, outwitting predators and enriching their ecosystem for generations to come. The jungle, once a sanctuary for parrots, is increasingly threatened by human activity, placing these vibrant and intelligent birds at the crossroads of survival. From deforestation and the illegal pet trade to the far-reaching impacts of climate change, human actions are reshaping the environments that parrots have called home for millennia. These challenges not only jeopardize individual species, but also disrupt the delicate balance of the jungle's ecosystem, where parrots play a vital role. Deforestation stands as one of the most pressing threats to parrot populations. Expanding agriculture, logging, and urbanization are rapidly erasing the forests where parrots forage, nest, and thrive. The removal of mature trees eliminates crucial nesting sites, forcing parrots to compete for the dwindling safe spaces available. Forest fragmentation also isolates parrot flocks, reducing genetic diversity and making them more vulnerable to predators. For species like macaws and Amazons, which rely on specific tree species for food and shelter, the loss of these trees can be catastrophic. Entire flocks may be forced to migrate to less suitable habitats, where survival becomes a daily struggle. The illegal pet trade is another devastating force threatening wild parrot populations. With their striking colors and remarkable mimicry skills, parrots are highly sought after as exotic pets. Every year, thousands of parrots are captured from the wild, often in brutal and unsustainable ways. Nestlings are taken from their nests, while adult parrots are trapped using glue-covered branches or nets. These practices result in high mortality rates, as many parrots die from stress or injury during capture and transport. Even those that survive are removed from the wild breeding population, further reducing their numbers. Species like the scarlet macaw and the African gray parrot have seen dramatic population declines due to this illegal trade. Climate change adds another layer of uncertainty to the survival of parrots. Rising temperatures and shifting rainfall patterns are altering the availability of food and water in the jungle. Flowering and fruiting seasons, which parrots depend on for sustenance, are becoming unpredictable, leading to food shortages. Extended droughts can dry up water sources, forcing parrots to travel greater distances in search of hydration, increasing their exposure to predators. For high-altitude species, warming climates are shrinking their habitable zones, pushing them into smaller and less viable ranges. In addition, climate change is contributing to more frequent and intense forest fires, which can devastate entire habitats in a matter of hours. The loss of forest cover not only directly affects parrots, but also disrupts the intricate relationships they have with other species, from the plants they pollinate to the animals they coexist with. Efforts to mitigate human impacts on parrots require urgent and coordinated action. Conservation organizations are working to establish protected areas where parrots can thrive without the threat of deforestation or poaching. Reforestation projects, which involve planting native trees, help restore critical habitats and ensure a future supply of nesting sites and food resources. Public education campaigns are raising awareness about the consequences of buying wild-caught parrots, promoting ethical alternatives like adopting captive-bred birds. In the fight against climate change, initiatives to reduce carbon emissions and promote sustainable land use are essential for preserving the jungles that parrots depend on. Local communities play a crucial role in these efforts, as they often hold the key to sustainable conservation practices. By involving indigenous peoples and local residents in protecting parrot habitats, conservationists can ensure long-term success while providing economic benefits to these communities. The fate of parrots is deeply intertwined with the actions we take as stewards of the planet. By addressing deforestation, curbing the illegal pet trade, and tackling climate change, we have the power to secure a future where parrots can continue to grace the jungle with their beauty, intelligence, and vital ecological roles. Their survival is not only a testament to the resilience of nature, but also a reflection of humanity's commitment to preserving the world's natural heritage. Across the globe, conservationists, researchers, and local communities are rallying to protect parrots from the growing threats they face. These efforts, often a race against time, aim to preserve the habitats, populations, and ecological roles of these vibrant jungle dwellers. From large-scale reforestation projects to targeted anti-poaching measures, the fight to save parrots is as dynamic and multifaceted as the birds themselves. Reforestation is a cornerstone of parrot conservation. Organizations and volunteers are working tirelessly to restore degraded forests, planting native trees that provide essential food and nesting sites for parrot species. In regions like the Amazon and Central America, reforestation efforts focus on reintroducing tree species favored by macaws, such as the ironwood and kapok trees. These efforts not only benefit parrots but also support the entire ecosystem, creating habitats for countless other species and helping to combat climate change by sequestering carbon. Long-term success depends on community involvement, as local residents play a crucial role in maintaining these newly planted forests and ensuring their growth. Protecting existing forests is equally important, and anti-deforestation initiatives are gaining momentum worldwide. National parks and wildlife reserves are being expanded and better managed to safeguard critical parrot habitats. In areas prone to illegal logging, patrol teams equipped with drones and satellite imagery monitor forests for unauthorized activities. Such technology enables rapid response to threats, preserving vital ecosystems before irreversible damage occurs. Combating the illegal pet trade is another critical component of parrot conservation. Anti-poaching initiatives have made significant strides in reducing the capture of wild parrots. In hotspots like Southeast Asia and South America, enforcement agencies are working closely with conservation groups to dismantle trafficking networks. Rangers are trained to identify and intercept poachers, while rehabilitation centers provide care for rescued parrots, preparing them for eventual release back into the wild. Public awareness campaigns, emphasizing the cruelty and ecological consequences of the pet trade, are changing consumer behavior, reducing demand for wild-caught parrots. Captive breeding programs also play a pivotal role in saving endangered parrot species. Facilities like the ERA Project in Costa Rica and the World Parrot Trust focus on breeding critically endangered species, such as the great green macaw and the Spix's macaw, with the goal of reintroducing them into their native habitats. These programs not only bolster wild populations, but also serve as insurance against extinction, ensuring that genetic diversity is preserved. Conservationists are also harnessing the power of science to protect parrots. Advanced tracking technology, such as GPS tags and radio transmitters, provides invaluable data on parrot movements, nesting behavior, and habitat use. This information helps researchers identify key conservation areas and understand the challenges parrots face in the wild. Genetic studies, meanwhile, are uncovering insights into parrot populations, enabling more effective breeding and reintroduction strategies. Community engagement is central to many conservation initiatives. In regions where parrots are an integral part of local culture, conservationists work hand-in-hand with indigenous peoples and rural communities to develop sustainable practices. Ecotourism programs offer an alternative to deforestation and poaching, providing economic incentives to protect parrots and their habitats. Visitors from around the world flock to see these charismatic birds in their natural environments, fostering global appreciation and support for conservation efforts. Education campaigns are another powerful tool in the fight to save parrots. From school programs teaching children about the importance of biodiversity to global media campaigns spotlighting endangered species, raising awareness inspires action. Many organizations provide resources for individuals to get involved, from donating to conservation projects to advocating for stricter wildlife protection laws. The efforts to save parrots highlight the interconnectedness of conservation. Protecting these birds goes beyond preserving their beauty and intelligence. It safeguards the health of the jungles they inhabit and the myriad species that depend on these ecosystems. By continuing to expand and innovate conservation efforts, we can ensure that parrots, with their vibrant colors and lively calls, remain a thriving symbol of the jungle's resilience and splendor. In many parts of the world, the future of parrots is being shaped by communities that have embraced these remarkable birds as a part of their cultural and economic identity. Far from being mere jungle inhabitants, parrots have become symbols of conservation and cooperation, drawing the attention of eco-tourists and fostering coexistence between humans and wildlife. Through innovative initiatives and mutual respect, these communities demonstrate how living alongside parrots can bring benefits not only to the birds, but also to the people who share their forests. One inspiring example comes from the Amazon basin, where indigenous communities have long viewed parrots as sacred creatures, embodying the spirit of the forest. Here, locals have turned to ecotourism as a sustainable alternative to logging and poaching, creating opportunities to protect both their cultural heritage and the environment. Visitors from across the globe are drawn to see parrots in their natural habitats, witnessing the dazzling flights of scarlet macaws or hearing the chatter of green parrots echo through the trees. Guided tours, often led by community members, provide a chance to learn about parrot behavior and the challenges they face while contributing directly to local economies. These ecotourism ventures also fund conservation efforts, such as monitoring nesting sites and conducting reforestation projects. In places like Tambopata, Peru, lodges near clay licks attract tourists eager to watch parrots engage in the unique detoxifying ritual of eating clay. The revenue generated helps to preserve surrounding forests, ensuring a safe haven for these vibrant birds and countless other species. Beyond ecotourism, communities have found other creative ways to coexist with parrots. In Costa Rica, for instance, farmers are collaborating with conservationists to protect great green macaws. By preserving almond trees, a vital food source and nesting site for the macaws, alongside their crops, these farmers support the survival of the parrots while maintaining their livelihoods. In return, conservation organizations provide financial incentives or assistance in adopting sustainable farming practices, creating a win-win situation for people and wildlife. Education plays a crucial role in fostering coexistence. Many conservation groups partner with schools in rural areas to teach children about the importance of parrots and biodiversity. These programs often inspire young people to become advocates for conservation within their own communities, ensuring that the next generation values and protects these incredible birds. Stories of successful coexistence extend beyond tropical regions. In Australia, for example, farmers have found ways to live harmoniously with cockatoos, which are known for raiding crops. By planting buffer zones of native trees around their fields, these farmers provide alternative food sources for the birds while reducing crop losses. This approach not only protects the parrots but also maintains ecological balance, as the birds contribute to seed dispersal and pest control in the area. The benefits of coexistence are not solely economic or ecological. They also foster a deep emotional connection between humans and nature. Parrots, with their intelligence and expressive personalities, captivate people in ways few other animals can. This bond often translates into a strong sense of stewardship, motivating individuals and communities to protect these birds and their habitats. However, the path to coexistence is not without its challenges. Human activities, such as expanding agriculture and urban development, continue to encroach on parrot habitats, creating conflicts over resources. Yet, these stories of successful partnerships demonstrate that coexistence is possible when there is mutual respect and a willingness to adapt. Humanity's role in shaping the future of parrots is clear. We have the power to ensure that these extraordinary birds not only survive but thrive. By supporting sustainable practices, participating in ecotourism, and advocating for stronger conservation policies, we can create a world where parrots remain vibrant, free, and deeply interconnected with the lives of the people who cherish them. These stories of coexistence remind us that protecting parrots is not just about saving a species. It's about preserving the beauty, balance, and wonder of the natural world for generations to come. Education and awareness are the keystones of parrot conservation, bridging the gap between scientific knowledge and community action. Parrots are not just vibrant, intelligent creatures. They are vital participants in maintaining the health of their ecosystems. By teaching people about the ecological roles and needs of these birds, we can inspire a sense of responsibility and stewardship that extends beyond individual species to the preservation of entire habitats. In schools near parrot habitats, conservation organizations are introducing children to the fascinating world of parrots through engaging programs. These initiatives often include hands-on activities like building nest boxes, planting native trees, and observing parrot behavior in the wild. Such experiences help foster an early appreciation for the bird's intelligence, social complexity, and ecological importance. Students learn how parrots contribute to seed dispersal, pollination, and forest regeneration, understanding that these birds are not just ornamental, but essential to the jungle's balance. For adults, community workshops and ecotourism programs serve as powerful educational tools. Local farmers, for instance, are taught sustainable land use practices that benefit both their livelihoods and parrot populations. By understanding how parrots help control pests and support the growth of plants critical to their crops, these farmers are more inclined to protect the birds and their habitats. Workshops also address the challenges posed by parrots, such as crop raiding, providing practical solutions like deterrent planting and habitat buffers that minimize conflicts. Education efforts extend beyond local communities to global audiences, emphasizing the interconnectedness of ecosystems. Documentaries, books, and social media campaigns showcase parrots' ecological roles and highlight the threats they face from deforestation, climate change, and the illegal pet trade. Through compelling storytelling and visuals, these platforms reach millions, transforming viewers into advocates for conservation. Initiatives like World Parrot Day leverage this awareness to mobilize public support for policy changes and fundraising for conservation projects. Interactive experiences, such as visiting sanctuaries and rehabilitation centers, offer another layer of awareness. Tourists and volunteers gain a deeper understanding of the challenges parrots face, witnessing firsthand the dedication required to nurse injured birds back to health or prepare confiscated parrots for release into the wild. These experiences often leave a lasting impact, encouraging participants to support conservation efforts through donations or advocacy. In urban areas, zoos and aviaries play an educational role by providing a window into the lives of parrots. Well-designed exhibits simulate natural habitats, accompanied by information about the bird's behavior, diet, and ecological significance. Educational talks and interactive feeding sessions help visitors connect with the birds on a personal level while reinforcing messages about habitat protection and sustainable practices. Technology is also revolutionizing education about parrots. Mobile apps and virtual reality experiences allow users to explore jungle ecosystems and learn about parrot behavior from the comfort of their homes. These tools often include gamified elements, like identifying different parrot calls or completing conservation challenges, making learning accessible and engaging for all age groups. Perhaps one of the most critical aspects of education is addressing misconceptions about parrots in the pet trade. Many people are unaware of the suffering and ecological damage caused by the capture and sale of wild parrots. Campaigns that promote adopting captive-bred birds or appreciating parrots in the wild can shift consumer preferences, reducing demand for illegally trafficked species. Ultimately, education about parrots is about fostering a deeper connection between humans and nature. By highlighting the birds' ecological roles and the challenges they face, we empower individuals to take action, whether through planting trees, advocating for stronger wildlife protections, or simply spreading the message of coexistence. In understanding the crucial role parrots play in their ecosystems, people come to see them not just as colorful icons of the jungle, but as integral partners in the delicate dance of life on Earth. Through education and awareness, we pave the way for a future where parrots can continue to thrive in their natural habitats, inspiring awe and respect for generations to come. The journey to protect parrots and their habitats begins with small, actionable steps that everyone can take. These vibrant birds, with their intelligence and ecological importance, are worth every effort. By joining conservation initiatives, making eco-friendly choices, and spreading awareness, viewers can play an essential role in ensuring that parrots continue to thrive in the wild for generations to come. One of the most impactful ways to help is by supporting organizations dedicated to parrot conservation. Many groups work tirelessly to protect parrot habitats, combat illegal trafficking, and rehabilitate rescued birds. Donations, no matter the size, provide critical funding for reforestation projects, anti-poaching patrols, and research programs. Viewers can also volunteer with these organizations, contributing their time and skills to help with educational campaigns, habitat restoration, or even hands-on care for parrots in rescue centers. Advocacy is another powerful tool. Contacting local representatives to support policies that protect wildlife habitats or regulate the pet trade can create meaningful change. Signing petitions, participating in letter-writing campaigns, and voting for leaders who prioritize environmental issues amplify the voices of those fighting for parrot survival. Many countries depend on international pressure to enforce stricter regulations against deforestation and wildlife trafficking, so every signature and letter counts. Eco-conscious consumer choices also make a difference. Opting for sustainably sourced products, such as shade-grown coffee or certified tropical wood, helps reduce the demand for materials that drive deforestation. Supporting companies with ethical and environmentally friendly practices ensures that purchases align with conservation goals, protecting the jungles that parrots call home. Viewers can also help by choosing not to buy wild-caught parrots as pets. Many parrots in the pet trade are illegally captured, often at the expense of their populations and well-being. For those who choose to own parrots, adopting from reputable breeders or rescue centers ensures that their new companions have not been taken from the wild. Educating others about the realities of the illegal pet trade and promoting ethical alternatives further reduces demand and supports parrot conservation efforts. Planting native trees and creating bird-friendly spaces at home or in local communities is another hands-on way to contribute. Even in urban areas, green spaces provide essential food, shelter, and nesting opportunities for parrots and other wildlife. Schools, community groups, and individuals can organize tree planting events or transform and use plots into miniature wildlife sanctuaries, fostering biodiversity and bringing nature closer to home. Spreading the word is just as crucial. Social media, blogs, and community events offer platforms to share stories about parrots, their ecological roles, and the threats they face. Inspiring others to care about conservation can create a ripple effect, mobilizing even more people to take action. Hosting a documentary screening, giving talks at schools, or sharing updates from conservation groups can turn passive viewers into active participants in the fight to protect parrots. For those who travel, choosing ecotourism destinations that prioritize wildlife protection supports local economies and conservation simultaneously. Visiting reserves, lodges, or parks dedicated to preserving parrot habitats not only provides unforgettable experiences, but also channels funds into protecting these areas. Travelers can further advocate for responsible tourism by avoiding attractions that exploit wildlife or contribute to habitat degradation. Finally, learning and staying informed is a critical step. Understanding the complex challenges parrots face, from habitat loss and climate change to the illegal pet trade, equips individuals to make informed decisions and educate others. Joining webinars, reading books about conservation, or following reputable organizations ensures that viewers stay connected to the ongoing efforts to save these birds. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to a larger movement to protect parrots and their homes. By working together and taking meaningful steps, viewers can help ensure that these iconic birds remain vibrant, free, and a vital part of our planet's ecosystems. Through collective effort and dedication, the bright calls of parrots will continue to echo through the jungles, a testament to the power of human compassion and stewardship. Wings of the Wild. The parrot's jungle life is a celebration of one of nature's most intelligent and colorful creatures. Through their survival strategies, community connections, and ecological importance, we gain a deeper appreciation for these remarkable birds and their critical role in the health of the jungle. This series reminds us of the urgency to protect parrots and their homes for future generations. Parrots are true masters of mimicry, turning the jungle into a lively orchestra with their diverse and fascinating vocal abilities. These birds possess an extraordinary talent for imitating sounds, not just the calls of other animals, but even the noises of their environment. From the rhythmic hum of insects to the distant rumble of thunder, parrots weave the sounds of the jungle into their vocal repertoire. But their mimicry is more than just an impressive trick. It's a powerful tool for survival. Parrots use their voices to communicate with their flock, sending warnings about predators, coordinating movements, or simply maintaining social bonds. In a dense and noisy jungle, their ability to produce a wide range of sounds helps them stand out, ensuring that their messages reach their intended audience. Mimicry also plays a role in confusing predators. Some parrots can imitate the calls of larger, more dangerous animals, deterring would-be attackers. Others use vocal mimicry to blend into their surroundings, reducing the risk of being singled out. This ability to adapt their voices to the situation is a testament to their intelligence and resourcefulness. Within their flocks, parrots have unique vocal identities, almost like names, that allow them to recognize each other even in chaotic environments. This personalized communication strengthens their social bonds, creating tightly knit communities that work together for survival. Their mimicry extends beyond the jungle. In areas where parrots live near human settlements, they've been known to imitate human speech, car horns, and other man-made sounds. This adaptability highlights their incredible learning capacity and their ability to thrive in changing environments. Through their vocal skills, parrots bridge the gap between the natural world and their social structure, using sound as a means of survival, connection, and expression. They remind us that the jungle is not just a visual marvel, but also a symphony of life, where every call and song carries meaning and purpose. Thank you for being part of this journey. If you have enjoyed this conversation so far, Don't hesitate to come back for more. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, go ahead and do so now. Give us a thumbs up and turn on the notification bell so as not to miss our subsequent education and informative videos. Thank you for your time, and see you in our next outing.